Hey guys, for this video I'm going to talk about the upcoming EPL season, a preview, who I'm going to think is going to be in the top 4, who will be relegated, the overachiever for this upcoming season and the underachiever for this upcoming season. For the top 4, I think the champions will be either Chelsea or Man City. Their two spots are world class, and I think why I would choose Chelsea over Man City, because Man City has just won the league. They need to prove that they are Champions League quality club. They have not made a good name of themselves in the Champions League. I think this season Pellegrini will focus more on the Champions League, and Mourinho need to win a title, and I think with the players they have, I think Chelsea will win the title, and Pellegrini Man City will be ending up in second place. But I think in the Champions League they will have a more say. I think they will go maybe up to quarter-final or even semi-final. So because of the focus Man City should be putting on the Champions League, I think Chelsea will be champions, Man City second. Third, I think Man U, the Louis van Gaal factor. Last season, David Moyes had all the pressure because Alex Ferguson gave a team that just won the league to Moyes. Moyes take the team. It's not a world-class team. It was a team that's suffering. They didn't have a world-class centre mid, and their back line were all aging, and they end up in 7th place. They sacked Moyes. They appointed Van Gaal. Van Gaal had the same, more or less. Most of the players are there except the defense, which is Vidic, Evra, Ferdinand all left. The team who finished at 7th place, and he need to make them into champions. It's hard for someone to sustain being first. If you finish first for one season, it's very hard to be first in the next season. But for Louis van Gaal, he just take a group of players who finish 7. Anything will be an improvement. I believe this season they can't win the league, but they will be comfortable in a 3rd position. They will be comfortably qualifying for the Champions League. It won't be like last few games, they need a win from here, they need a win from there. I think their season will be a comfortable 3rd placing. As for 4th, I think Arsenal will be 4th. I know they have just bought Alexis Sanchez, Debussy, Chambers, Ospina, but one day before the start of the season, they do not have the defensive midfielder. Last season, they lost against Liverpool, high scoring match. Lost against Chelsea. Chelsea absolutely demolished them. Lost against Man City. When Everton won them comfortably. They do not have any defensive minded players. Only Flamini. Flamini is a good tackler, but he doesn't have the size. Just imagine the same team. Okay, imagine they are versus Man City. The attacking midfielder row, they put Aaron Ramsey. Left, maybe Alexis Sanchez. Right, Walcott. Striker, Giroud. Imagine the defensive mid. Flamini, Khedira. It's a good balance. They have the attack, they have the defense. Last season, they only had the Flamini, and Flamini can't handle the big players like Yaya Toure. He can't handle how fast the other team break. I think they need one defensive midfielder, so against the big team they can put Flamini and another world-class defensive midfielder. I think they can buy either Khedira. Khedira is a top player. It's either they should buy Sami Khedira or they could actually go for Song again. Song is a quality player, but I don't think Arsenal fans would ever accept him after him leaving to Barcelona. So I think they should break the bank for Sami Khedira, and if they bought Sami Khedira, I think they would be challenging for a title. But as for now, I think they will finish in 4th. So Liverpool won't finish in the Champions League placing. I'm a Liverpool fan. I really wish Liverpool would be champions. But I think last season they overachieved, and I was really happy seeing all the matches. This season there's no Suarez. Brendan Rodgers bought a lot of players, and it needs time for all of them to gel. No matter how good of a coach you are, it needs time to gel. So I think this season it will be a season for them to understand each other, for them to gel, for them to know how Brendan Rodgers like to play there with a counter-attacking, pressing style. Next season, I think Liverpool will be challenging for a title. Will be in the top 2, top 3. As for the relegation, out of the 3 promoted clubs, I think only one will get relegated, and I think it's Burnley. QPR, a proper coach, Harry Redknapp. Leicester, I think they have Newgan, they get a good keeper. Burnley, when I see Burnley's team, there's nothing or no one that I think, nothing special. They are just a normal team. I think they will be relegated after 30 games. I think they will be the whipping boys of this season, because I think they are the worst team in this league. As for the other 2, I think Crystal Palace will get relegated just because they sacked Tony Pulis. I don't know if they sacked or it was mutual concern. But because of this, I think it's very hard to find a coach in 2 days' time. And for them to know his style, play, it will take a lot of time. And during this period, Crystal Palace will lose a lot of points. And by the time the new manager implement his idea, implement his philosophy, it can be too late. So I think Crystal Palace will finish at 19. And for 18, I think Aston Villa. Aston Villa was the worst team last season, was the worst team last season as well. This season, they won't be lucky anymore. They got a shocking defense. Their midfield is very, very average. Their attack is some sort good. Wyman is inconsistent. Ekbenlauer is inconsistent. The striker, Benteke, is the only world-class player, but he gets injured here and there. So I think Aston Villa will get relegated. As for the overachiever, I think Stoke will be the overachiever, because the players they have bought: Diouf, Bojan, quality players. Sidwell, Bardsley, EPL proven players. They know how the EPL works. They have been here. They have been in EPL seasons time and time again. They'll give 100% for every match. And Bojan, especially Bojan, is that special player. A Stoke so defensively sound, so good team, so defensively solid team, with a little bit spark here and there from Diouf, for Arnautovic, from Bojan. I think Stoke can go far this season. Stoke can be the Southampton of this season. As for the underachiever, I think the underachiever can be... people will say Southampton, but I think Southampton will be alright. Tottenham will be alright. I think Everton. Why? Last season there was a surprise factor. This season there's no surprise factor. First of all, the business they have made. They have bought Lukaku, which is a good deal. But other than that, Atsu, he needs time to adapt to the EPL. I think they need a quality centre mid. Quality centre defensive mid. Something, maybe not defensive mid, maybe in a sort of Schweinsteiger, Gerrard role, running up and down. Roy Keane just need a centre mid who will grab the game by the scruff of the neck. You can say Barkley is that, but I think Barkley is more attacking player. He's the type of player, he's type of a player who will take on players, likes to attack. They need someone in the Gerrard role. I think a good player for them would be maybe something like Vidal. I know it's very hard for them to find this type of players, but I think if they found a proper centre mid, a centre mid who run up and down, box to box, then it will be good. But because of the lack of centre mid, I think Gareth Barry is in Everton, right? He's a good ball playing midfielder. There's no box to box. There's no quality box to box midfielder. I think because of that, Everton will suffer quite a bit this season. I think they'll be finishing around 10 to 11 because the main point is there's no surprise factor anymore. Everyone knows how they play. They need one more centre mid. I wish by the end of this transfer window they buy one quality centre mid. With that centre mid and you put Barkley just in front of him and Lukaku just in front of Barkley, Everton will be so strong. So yeah, this is my preview for the EPL. I really wish Liverpool wins the league. My heart says Liverpool will win, but my head says Chelsea. So yeah, that is all, man. Any comments, any suggestions, please leave below. Thank you.